Hello everyone, welcome to this members webinar for ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS BizGrants subscribers. And we've called this webinar Tour of ESS BIZTOOLS. Special greetings to our subscribers in Victoria. I hope you're going okay down there and that your problems will be sorted out over the next few weeks. If you need any assistance in any way, please don't hesitate to contact us, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or give me a ring 1-800-232-088. Today, I want to give you some guidance as to the members homepage area and guide you through how we have organized various parts of the ESS BIZTOOLS product range. So we're going to be looking at the members product menu, members alerts, which we prepare around 8 to 10 times per annum and send to you. And we'll start on ESS Biz Briefs to give you a better understanding of how that works. So I'm just going to bring up our website now so that you can have an overview of the site. So we have the members product menu, which down the left-hand side has got the names of the various product packages. If you click onto those, you'll bring up those product packages that as subscribers you can access. Then it goes into sections and papers and some material about individual purchases. And then we have the members alert and ESS Biz Briefs, which is the two areas that we're going to concentrate on in today's webinar for you. So if I click on members alert, we can bring up the members alert activities. As I said before, we produce 8 to 10 of these a year, and they are listed here. We can go into a members alert, so we click on continue reading. And when you get the members alert brought up, there's normally a video in which I've given an overview of what's contained in that members alert. And then we have the article itself, which is looking at some concept that I believe is important for you in delivering a wider range of professional services, primarily business advisory services to your clients and to your prospects. This particular article is linked to the discussions about the concept of business advisory services being supplied by accountants, and in particular the article that had appeared in the Financial Review in early June, and then later in the month of June, the Commonwealth Bank Accounting Market Pulse report had been prepared, and this report clearly identified that the surveys that the Commonwealth Bank's consultants had undertaken had identified that business advisory services was the top product to be delivered by accountants during 2020-21. And you can read that material on the site. You can then review other aspects of this communication, which is our way of communicating with you, our members, to give you access to various items. As you know, we have been conducting the COVID-19 Survival Panel webinars for accountants each Friday at 12 noon AEST, and we have co-opted some of the organizations which we refer to as our affiliates to add greater variety to these webinars. And we have also invited 5 representatives of crowdsource funding intermediaries or the Crowdsource Funding Industry Association to participate in those webinars. And hopefully you are finding these interesting. In this section of Members Alert, we have summarized the recordings and told you who were the keynote presenters in those individual webinars, and you can click onto these and watch them. And if you have any questions or queries or comments, please send them to us, and I will contact the presenter and get a reply from him or her so that you're kept up to date. We then have a introduction to the Business Plus edition for July. As you know, we produce Business Plus every month except January each year. We always summarize in the Members Alert the index from that month's Business Plus, because if you've missed the Business Plus, you might see that there's an article there on something that's of interest to you, such as research and development, the overseas finding application, and you might say to yourself, geez, I better go and read that because I've got some clients that that's going to apply to. Any member webinars that we have already presented during that month, we have a recording here. So if you've missed attending the webinar, you can click on and listen to the recording. And we also have podcasts which we're producing based on the webinar we produce for Accountants Minute, so that you can listen to those at a more convenient time and place if that's what you would like to do. The upcoming members webinars are also listed. So there you'll see the tour of ESS BIZTOOLS, which was listed for today. So you can go on to this particular section within Members Alert to register for upcoming members webinars if you wish. If you want to keep up to date with government grant application deadline dates, and these vary all over Australia, you can click on here and that will take you to that schedule, which will show you the deadline dates for the upcoming webinars, upcoming government grants. So that's what the Members Alert is there to convey to you, and hopefully you will be able to look out for it. We try to send it to you 1 week after Business Plus has been uploaded to our website. So around the 3rd Friday of a month, you should be receiving Members Alert, which you can then keep up to date with issues relating to ESS BizTools and ESS Biz Grants. I'm now going to pull up the ESS Biz Briefs. We periodically prepare these to make some commentary on items pertaining to ESS BizTools. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. You can obviously go through and do this yourself. The point of this presentation today is to alert you that this material is within the system. So if you'd like to have an overview, a précis, if you like, on what these items are about, you could go to the Biz Briefs and read them first. So the Personal Property Securities Register, I've selected. If we click on Continue Reading, you'll be able to either watch a video that is a précis of what's included within the Personal Property Securities Register, and then you can read some material on it so that you have a better appreciation of what that product package is about, and for you to decide which of your clients you really need to have a conversation with about their risk management strategies that they are implementing within their business. Who's at greatest risk from this legislation today? I think it is the contracting industry, builders, subbies, who store plant and equipment and other items on sites, and there's some issues with that. But the bigger problem is progress payments. If they're receiving progress payments from builders, and that builder gets into financial difficulties and a liquidator is appointed. If the subcontractor has not registered his customer, the builder, on the personal property securities register, there is a strong likelihood that in the event of a liquidator being appointed to their customer, the builder, that the liquidator could make a demand for the repayment of the amount that has been paid, calling it a preferential payment. Now, it might not be preferential, and that's a side issue in all this, which we do mention in the product package, making sure that it is indeed a preferential payment. But why go to all that stress and extra cost for your client when a fairly simple way is to have registered that customer, the builder, on the personal property securities register on your client's behalf. So it's well worth looking at, and it's well worth having that conversation, because the claim could be a substantial amount of money. One of your subcontracting clients that's working on a major project could well have received $500,000 or $1 million in that 6-month period that the liquidator can go back and claim preferential payments in. If someone had to repay all that, it would probably be causing a real vibration in business confidence within that subcontractor's business. In other words, they might not have enough money. So that's how the Biz Brief works. It gives you a brief overview of what's included within a particular product package so that you can have a good look at that. We might just visit another one and have a look at the, I'll just go back so we get these in some sort of order so I can remember next time we run where we're going to. We might have a look at early stage innovation companies. This is from an investor's point of view, but we also had the company's point of view in the previous Biz Brief. So we have the explanation, we have a video. Early stage innovation companies is interesting legislation. It's amendments to the Tax Act. Why? Because basically what it is doing is enabling a company that is classified as an early stage innovation company, because it's passed one of the 2 tests, to be able to, in effect, pass on to their investors some taxation benefits. The investor can obtain a rebate based on the amount of their investment, which is classified in either a retail investor category or a sophisticated investor category, so that they receive a rebate on their tax. The maximum rebate for a retail investor is $10,000. The maximum rebate for a sophisticated investor is $200,000. The other benefit is that as long as that investor has held those shares in their own name for longer than 12 months and less than 10 years, there is no capital gains tax payable when they sell those shares. If they still own the shares after 10 years, the company can be revalued as to what it is worth at that stage, and that then becomes the new cost price for those shares, or a percentage of the overall value of the company becomes the new cost price for those shares. So what we have here is an explanation. So you might read this and say, gee, it would be a good idea to have a conversation with some of your clients who are keen to invest in new emerging companies. This way, they not only invest in the new emerging companies and hopefully make substantial returns on that investment, but they can also obtain a tax rebate of up to $10,000 for a retail investor, $200,000 for a sophisticated investor, and they can also avoid capital gains tax. It's worth having that conversation, I think. So that's giving you an overview of how that particular legislation operates. You can then go to our product package on early stage innovation companies and read through all of the material which we have there. And it gives you a process for the work that you could undertake to be able to produce a due diligence report for your client, who would normally be the company that's trying to raise the money, that they can then hand on to potential investors so that the investor gets some assurance on the company status. Or if the company is applying under the second test, which is the principles test, that needs to be submitted to the Australian Taxation Office and Oz Industry for a determination. So within our product package, we have a suggested process that you can then follow to be able to get your client that classification from the Australian Taxation Office, which they can then make available to potential investors. So good luck, because I think early stage innovation companies is a very important component of our legislation to assist businesses that have developed a new product, process, or service. And I'll leave the rest of that up to you to discover when you read the product package, if you haven't already done so. You can see that there's 13 of these business briefs included in our system, covering a range of matters to do with accountants' papers within ESS BIZTOOLS. That's papers specifically written for you. Crowdsource funding, equity raising, business advisory services introduction, which is really including the training program that we've implemented for you to use. An overview of ESS Biz Grants and a visit to ESS Biz Grants to show you how it's worked. Some discussions on members alerts, which we visited first in today's webinar. A visit to the Business Plus newsletter that I hope you're familiar with. And I'm just going to show you that as the last item today. So there's a video again, and then there's some commentary on the Business Plus articles. We produce Business Plus 11 months of the year, no publication in January, unless there's a major event that we think it's worthy of putting out a newsletter. The newsletters are written with a definite attempt to create work for you. So we try to finish every article with a call to action. We want the client, your client, to read that material and say, I've got to go and talk to my accountant about this because I fit this category of what the article's about. Make sure you brand the material before it goes to your clients. Please read it first. We've had a couple of instances where some of our subscribers some years ago hadn't read the material and they wondered why they were getting inquiries from clients and other people about the export market development grant, and the client knew a lot more about it than what they did because the client had read the Business Plus article. So please read it first so you don't get caught like that. And hopefully this will give you a better appreciation of what's contained within ESS BIZTOOLS and show you around. So I'm just going to go back to our material. Just bear with me a moment, and we'll be able to continue with you. We're going to conduct a number of these members webinars whereby we tour ESS BIZTOOLS. So this has been the first one today. So next time we meet with you in the month of September, we will have a update on this tour to take you through other aspects of ESS BIZTOOLS so that you have a good idea where everything is. Once again, we are thinking of our friends in Victoria. Best wishes to our subscribers in Victoria. If there's any information or services that you'd like us to forward through to you, please contact us. Good luck with meeting the challenges. I'm sure you will all survive. Working from home has some difficulties, but it's what has got to be done to stop this virus spreading. If you've got any questions, please send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, and I will get back to you with a reply. And hopefully that will give you the information you are seeking. So thank you for your support as subscribers to ESS BizTools and ESS BizGrants. Stay safe. Have a great day. From the team at ESS BizTools, thank you very much, and please enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.